It is Monday, March the 6th, 2023. I am James, you are you, and we are here live on the information superhighway, surfing the net, catching the wave on another edition of the show that won't go away. We're talking about At Home with James as we embark ever so slowly towards a 3-year anniversary. And in case you've been living under a rock, you might not know that we are celebrating it live and in person in 18 days. We announced it.
Oh my God! Make that money!
And we are going to attempt to make that money on March 25th at both 8 o'clock and 9:30 p.m. It is the 3-year anniversary of At Home, live and in person. And the question is that I've been asking myself over and over and over again is, hey, who's coming to this show? Who's going to pay a ticket for not only one show at 8, but a second show at 9:30? Hopefully you. It's not like we've got a big fan base. If anything, it's dwindled in the past 6 months. We are going to work desperately and feverishly to promote this to the best of our abilities. But the question that people keep asking, and by keep, let's say modestly asking, is, hey, James, where's the show happening? Where is it taking place? Well, with more on that, let's welcome tonight's director of the show. He's in the booth, he's in the lab, he's in the mailroom, he is everywhere and anywhere at all times. Let's welcome Dimitri to the show.
Hey, James.
Dimitri, you're in the lab tonight. You're working hard.
I'm just working in the lab. Hold on a minute. I want you to see what we're working on.
Let's see it.
I want to introduce you to the squad.
Yep.
Here's Benjamin Toller, MIT graduate. Great head of hair, and he likes to get it done. Vanessa Watson, scientist, biologist, and chemical warfare instructor. She knows everything from war to comedy as well. The two go hand in hand. And the rest over here are friends of mine from high school.
All right.
We're all here, James, to get it done. Because
we're chipping away.
We're chipping away because in 18 days, nobody has ever done this before.
It's never been done.
Unprecedented. Much like the pandemic. We learn a lot. And we're going to take those learnings from a disease and re-inject them into a live show.
Yeah, and in many ways, this show is going to spread.
It's going to go viral.
I'm not so sure about that.
Well, that's what we're striving for here at the lab. Hey, keep it up, guys. There's a pizza on me for whoever's working the hardest.
Yeah, let's bill that to the show. Because again, the only way we're going to pay that pizza off is if we sell tickets. Now, coming in from the chat, the real Andrew Mackay writes, if I'm in town that weekend, I'll be there. Look at that. We may have sold a ticket.
And Andrew knows someone.
Right?
A friend, a +1. They're buying
maybe
drinks.
A couple friends.
They're having a gyro at the show.
This poor guy is going to have to basically recap everything about the show to the people who don't know what is happening.
Ooh, should the show have a historian?
Yeah, let's write that down.
Write that down.
Show historian. Maybe someone telling tall tales as the house opens.
That's cool. Maybe like an old wizened character sits in the corner on a rocking chair with a little fire next to them. They recount stories of At Home yesteryear. Ancient legends.
Sounds like something that we could book Joe for. You had me at old.
We know a few old timers, but listen, the ideas will fly, James. I'm very excited. We're in the juice right now.
We are so in the juice. We launched everything today. The info is out there. March 25th. I was waiting for you to blast your imaginary gun. At both 8 o'clock and 9:30, live from Montreal Improv in the home of At Home St. Henry.
James, I'm so excited for this show. Did you just announce it?
There's really no other place. There's no other place.
Did you just announce the location?
I just announced the location live on the show. It's been live for a few hours now, but this is the first time people are hearing me say it after you almost spilled the beans last week.
Almost.
And by almost, you basically spilled the beans last week. The kids love it.
The kids love it. Well, James, I'm very excited. Montreal Improv is going to be a great place to do the show. They got great facilities, good turlet, lots of great drinks, and most importantly, atmosphere. That's something I want to talk to you about.
Yeah.
What's the atmosphere?
We're going to need atmosphere because we know at 8 o'clock, we announced this a couple weeks ago, it is the 2023 Mr. At Home Pageant. What we have been teasing and teasing and teasing for years finally happens. And the names are already starting to be confirmed. A couple names are on tap. I'm not going to reveal anything yet, but I'm almost worried there's going to be too many men.
You're worried there's going to be too many men?
Yes, I am. I am worried. The optics might be suspect.
Well, James,
and you'd think we would have thought of that when we announced the Mr. At Home Pageant.
Well, what are you worried about? That it's going to get too hot in there?
Might get too hot in there. The testosterone might fly, but then especially once we have the after show party, it's gonna be a bunch of guys.
Well, I don't know if you know this about me, all right? But I'm the son of a restaurateur, a John Taffer-esque figure who prides himself on vibe, atmosphere, and most importantly, feeling as well.
Well, of course, you're talking about your dad, George Kiras, who was on the show a couple of weeks ago to celebrate Valentine's Day. He was here with your mom, Kathy. And this is, coincidentally enough, why you're here tonight, Dimitri.
Yeah.
I feel like your dad is the white whale of this show. To me, if he were to enter, if he were to appear, there's really no one else in his league to become Mr. At Home. For people who don't know your dad, Dimitri, would you like to introduce them to him by way of what we saw a couple weeks ago?
I would absolutely love to. So we're going to throw to a clip that happened just a little short while ago.
One of the only shows that throws to clips of itself.
And you'll see why. This will really sum up who this character is right here. Here you go.
Let's go to Dimitri's dad.
Okay, so I go to bed around 11. I'm up around 3.
Okay.
3:30, I've slept in. But the thing is that, being able to see, touch, feel, and accept and be alive, okay?
I wasn't sure where you were going with that one. I wasn't sure where you were going.
But that's what it is. I double my day. I'm capable of doubling my day, and
so, I mean, that's who we're dealing with.
We're dealing with, dare I say, an alpha male. He maximizes his day. He basically has 2 days in one. While I'm sleeping in my little underwear, this guy is up and at 'em, seeing, touching, and feeling.
He has biohacked his body in order to attain more life than us, thus rendering us by proxy, dare I say it, beta males in comparison.
You're not wrong.
Are you sure?
You're not wrong.
Are you sure? I want to ask you something. You watch Jurassic Park?
I saw it in 1993 when it came out.
Remember when they fed that goat to that T-Rex?
No, not really, no.
That'll be the comparison that I'm going to make here. George Kiras is the dinosaur that's being placed in the pen right now.
And you're saying that if he were to be in the contest as an entrant, wouldn't be fair to the other participants.
I'm just saying it's a volatile mix. It's like releasing a rattlesnake into a McDonald's ball pit.
Right.
Sure, it's going to be exciting.
No one's safe.
No one's safe. So anyway, all that to say is, James, I want to ask you why. The show's really getting to you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's getting me a little bit. We're 18 days away. We announced it in January. It's finally starting to come together. There's so much that people don't know about yet that I'm very excited to reveal.
James, and save those, because we're going to need little crumbs along the way, right?
Oh, yeah.
But I want to ask you, you really want to bust out the heavy artillery with this? Because once you bring George Kiras into the fray, this war might not might not belong to you anymore. Do you understand what I mean by
Well,
that?
much like the rumors of the coronavirus being leaked from a lab, we are essentially leaking George Kiras into the world.
We are releasing George Kiras out into the world. You're absolutely correct. And once it's out, I don't think you can control what happens from there.
So this is the thing. I've got some thinking to do. But
I'll
I've been
make
in
the
contact
call.
with your dad. He's been talking to me about a variety of topics,
Like what?
namely ZZ Top. And it's got me thinking. It's got me thinking. I'm not gonna land on anything tonight. There's still plenty of time for us to curate this show, rather shows.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, if I'm gonna ask anyone, it's gonna be you.
James, I'm honored. Because I think what you're about to do has never been done before. I know you got your back against the wall. Nobody's ever done this before, and you're facing a Goliath of a task.
Mm-hmm.
3 years ago, you set out to do something.
Yes.
Bring joy, entertainment, and a little bit of that home comfort to those, all of us, that were without a home in a weary and strange place.
Yeah.
And you did just that.
Mm-hmm.
Now we've left our homes and went back into the world. And the idea of At Home with James almost feels like that little corner shop that sells just about a little bit of everything. Still glad it's there, but what does it do now? James, this is your opportunity to remind everybody that same comfy, cozy feeling that you brought from years ago.
Yeah.
So I want you to make a promise and reveal something to the audience right now. You have 2 shows right now.
Yep.
How can we one-up ourselves? Come on, James, give them what they want. We've added 1 show. We've added 2 shows. How can we possibly one-up ourselves this time? George Kiras is one thing. It's like putting a cherry bomb in a wedding cake. Where do we go from 2 shows, James? Tell them. Make the announcement.
We might add a surprise 3rd show.
There it is. At Home with James. March 25th. March 25th.
Maybe.
Possibly 3 shows.
Yeah.
James, might be the greatest night of our lives. And it only gets better from here.
Well, Dimitri, thanks so much. So much is hinging on everything that happens over the next couple weeks. I know you're really chugging away hard in the lab, so I'll let you go as we can. Because look, the real reality is I'm about to reveal some new stuff about the show throughout the course of the night.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited for what you got in store. Obviously, I got a peek behind the curtain. For those that who are watching online right now, this will be happening. This has never been done before. And you won't want
no
to
one
miss
has
it.
ever done the At Home with James show live before.
No. And once you get there, there's a whole slew of surprises that you could get excited about. So
that is true.
So go ahead and start purchasing your tickets. Could people do that?
Yeah. The tickets are going to be live within the week. Yeah.
Oh my God. So why wait? Grab a ticket. Grab a friend, grab a drink, and be there for history.
Basically, it's pay-per-view. It is pay-per-view. You have to pay in order to view the event.
Right?
Yes.
So why don't you come down and why don't you come see this thing? Because you won't want to miss this. James, I'm
No.
so excited. I'm so excited.
Me too. I'm nervous as I am scared.
God bless you, James, and we'll keep tinkering away back here, okay?
Thank you so much, Dimitri.
Take it easy.
Me too. That's Dimitri Kiras. Wow. First time that CCR has ever been cut off by flatulence. Now, when we're talking about anniversaries of this show, well, you got to bring in the heavy hitters. Because again, we're doing it live every Monday. You can't really celebrate without the people that have been pillars and building blocks of this show. Upcoming guest is absolutely one of those. Let's welcome downtown Alex Brown.
Hello.
Baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go out.
A full mom dance. Full mom dance.
Yeah, I was practicing earlier.
Now, Alex, you've been here since day one. I'm almost 99% sure you were on week 1 of this show way back in, I think we began on March 16th, 2020. You've been around the block. You've been here to discuss Canadian television content.
Yeah, classic.
I've challenged you to wear leather pants on the show.
Yeah.
You've
Still has not
discussed your
happened.
hometown's underwear factory.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yep.
celebrated Christmas on this show.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And now I'm ready to make a great big announcement that you are officially confirmed to be one of the judges at the Mr. At Home pageant on the 25th. The kids love it. Kids love studs. The kids love you. You're going to be judging each and every man who is vying to take home the crown of Mr. At Home. So Alex, let's get into it. When you were approached with the offer, you wasted no time in confirming. I want to go through this. How does it feel to know that the responsibility will fall on your shoulders as well as the other judges who we're going to confirm over the next bunch of weeks, knowing that there is this responsibility that you hold in the palm of your hand?
Look, I mean, I think I said it when you asked me. I said I've been waiting my whole life for an opportunity like this.
Yeah.
So, I think I'm very right for the job. You know,
me too.
I've been, I have a lifetime of judging men, my day-to-day life. So being able to apply it to a more professional, formal setting, I think would be really effective.
Now, as someone who's been involved in the performance world in Montreal for about 10 years now, nothing like this has ever happened. And part of me is a little scared. I'm a little scared about what is going to happen. There's never been a Montreal version of a Mr. Universe.
No.
But the caveat to our show is that it's going to be participants of every type. We're not looking for just beef. I want some beefcakes, but I want to know this. What type of men are you looking for that are going to stand out?
Look, be
honest. You be honest, because we're going to have judges of all types here. You might say you want the guys that are shredded, cut, and built. You might say, I want a bear. You might say, James, I want a guy like you, a slight gentleman. I want to know what you're looking for.
The word stamina comes to mind as we're talking about this. I think just a guy who, he's a real go-getter, I think, is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for someone who is going to take every challenge and attack it, to the best of his ability.
So someone that believes in themselves.
Yeah. I want confidence, if we can get
I love it.
Like a doctor, maybe, because those guys have to be in control of every situation.
Yeah.
I don't know, just maybe a stable, he has to be maybe a bit wholesome too.
So maybe a family man.
Maybe a family man, open to the idea of kids or not,
I'll tell you who a family man is George Kiris.
Look, honestly, there's no real competition if George Kiris shows up.
But this is ultimately the issue with it is if he's in the competition, might not be fair, and we want to make it fair.
Right.
Because I just think things should be fair.
I think he'd have to have some sort of no, who gets a handicap? Is it someone who is going to be
often in golf? There's a handicap.
A handicap. Yeah, that's if you're better than the people that you're competing with, right? So
Well, I want to ask you this. What's something that might work against some of these would-be competitors? Because some of them are watching right now. Some of the names, and they're flying in. I'm getting the applications. So this is important if they're watching. What do you think is going to work against them in this competition?
I think just with anything in life, anybody who's not themselves, you can really, I think you can tell when someone is being insincere. So I think that these gentlemen, should show up as themselves, with their best foot forward. Right. And I think, I think it'll become very clear if someone's being, disingenuine or,
I love it. I love these answers. Now we're still trying to figure out the function of the pageant. I want to know, because again, we're going to treat this as a think tank here. Sure. What would you like to see as part of this pageant?
Well,
features,
look,
segments, anything, competitions.
I have always been partial to, I was introduced to Miss Congeniality at a young age,
Mhm.
movie starring Sandra Bullock.
Yep.
So, I like a classic pageant kind of style. So maybe we do like a talent portion, there's like question and answer, bathing suit competition.
Now,
No.
this is very interesting because coming in from Devin, our production assistant in our production chat, he suggested a body parts showcase.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think, what kind of show are we running here, James? Is
Well,
it
look,
like,
this is the thing that I want to make clear to everyone. This
yeah,
is not an improv show.
no,
This is
no.
not an improv show. Things might be a little bit off center to what we're used to. This
Mm.
will not be wholesome. It will not be a
We might
wholesome
get,
show.
we might get a little blue.
Yeah,
in
I
this
think if
segment.
there's a body parts portion. Now, let's just
Yeah.
say there was a body parts portion,
Mhm.
Alex. I want to go to you.
Yes.
Again, things might get blue
Okay.
here. We're all adults here. What
Yeah.
body parts do you think are going to play the biggest factor if this is a portion of the contest?
Right. Well, I want to look, the obvious one is, the package,
Right.
because I think that's what a lot of people are, looking for when judging men,
Yeah.
maybe, and I don't look, hey, look, whatever.
Look,
I'm gonna dig
there's
myself
if
into a hole
here's
here,
what we're getting down to. If someone is interested in that
yeah. Yes.
as a feature of the mail, nothing wrong with that.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with
Obviously
it.
not. No, it's very
I'm
natural.
not going to
Yeah.
judge anyone for liking a package.
But one that I think a non-obvious one might be hands.
I think that's a
might
great
be,
idea. Yeah.
yeah, like a hand. I think about like George Costanza from
Mhm.
Friends.
Yeah, George Costanza famously from the show Friends. Yeah.
The crossover. Remember when that
Yeah. I was always waiting
happened?
for him and Monica to get together.
Yeah, we were all rooting for them.
Yeah.
But yeah, he becomes he's approached by an agent and becomes a hand model.
Mhm.
And so I think, yeah, maybe we could get some of these guys.
I think that's
get
great. And
manicured.
this is a classy portion because as you mentioned,
Yeah.
most people would automatically go to, well, we're going to look at their crotch, right?
Right, exactly. But there's variables to that,
Mhm.
like the pants, the pleating of the pants, like we've all seen.
Unless there are no pants.
Oh, you want to do like a full, yeah, all right.
Right
Well,
now, this is what we're sort of hypothesizing on what Devin is talking about, which is
I see.
a body parts challenge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
I
if we were
think,
going to do it in a bit of a more tasteful way, it would probably need to be a Speedo or a tight.
oh, okay, yes. I think I like a Speedo, I think a Speedo can be very flattering.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not tights though, like all the way down
Yep.
tights. It's like you're a ballet.
Yep. I
There's
agree.
nothing
Now,
wrong with that.
I want to ask you this. Do you have any concerns, perhaps, of the
Hmm.
chemistry that the judges are going to have amongst themselves? Do you think that
Oh,
you'll be aligned, or do you think there's going to be some perhaps
okay.
combativeness in trying to
When you-
select who
when-
advances and who's
Yeah.
eliminated?
Well, when you said chemistry, I thought you meant like we're gonna fall in love with each other.
Why not? Right?
Which,
Why
look,
not?
hey.
Maybe you and one of the other judges falls
Yeah.
for each other.
Look, it could be, maybe I'll turn to my, fellow judge and it's like, wow, you're the winner
Yeah.
of this contest.
Yes. Why not?
Yeah.
Why can't that? Anything goes.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I haven't met the other judges yet. I don't know
Yep.
who. I assume all will be revealed in time, but
Mhm.
yeah, I think we'll hopefully be on the same page. And
Yep.
if not, at least we can, work through our differences to reach the common goal of
Yes.
crowning.
I agree. Now-
what is it again? Mr. At Home.
Yeah, the Mr. At Home pageant.
At
Now,
Home
I
pageant.
want to reveal something else while you're here because you've
Ooh.
met this person. I want to
Good.
announce that another guest has
Oh.
confirmed as part of the 8 o'clock show.
Okay.
He will not be within the pageant. He's there as a
Oh.
guest. He's going to be promoting something. It's going to be
Oh.
Socrates, the pickup artist.
Oh.
Now, the kids love it. Kids love it. You've met Socrates, the pickup
Yes.
artist.
Yes.
Known for his pickup artist school, Socrates College.
Yeah, I think if you were gonna have an example of someone who, I probably wouldn't give the crown to. I
Yeah.
think it would be Socrates, the pickup artist.
Well, he's going to be, I don't know anything about it yet, but he's going to be promoting a new wing of his school.
Oh,
He's opening up, I
okay.
guess, a subsidiary portion. So
Oh,
you're saying that a pickup artist would be in your red flag as Mr. At
I
Home,
think so.
regardless of how their hands or package might look.
Yeah, I think they'd have to be really good hands or a really good package to sort of
Yeah.
bypass that as a
Right.
personality, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah. Yeah. That doesn't really fly with me.
Got it. Okay. So this is essentially what we're looking for here is a true balance at the 8 o'clock show, at home, live, and in person. We've got, of course, the pageant, but there's going to be other things happening simultaneously throughout the show. And one of those things includes Socrates. So I guess you're saying is you're going to be avoiding Socrates in the green room or at the bar because he might attempt to pick you
I
up.
think, yeah, I'll give him a wide berth, I think.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, I'm curious to
Yeah.
know, are you concerned that some of the at-home pageant contestants might try to flirt their way to the crown?
I'm not worried about it. I'm open to it happening. I can see right through it if it's again not, genuine.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, I think like maybe more of a bribe situation, I think, than flirting,
Sure.
like let's get some real,
Yeah.
let's get some cash in the game. Yeah, but yeah, no, I'm open to it. Just, keep it above the waist, I guess,
Okay. There we go. Trying to keep it as clean as possible and above,
Yeah,
as you put it,
exactly. No playing
the
dirty.
waist.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, as we still got a bunch of time here, of course, it wouldn't be appropriate as we embark on 3 years to not reminisce a little
Yeah.
bit. Now, in the name of studs,
Hmm.
it was some time ago when you mentioned that you had a bit of a crush on a young James Spader.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
And one of your, I hope I'm not speaking out of turn here, desires was that he tells you what to do.
Yeah, I think I saw the movie Secretary when I was like too young, It was
How
like
young are we talking about here?
I think I was like 13.
Okay.
Which is
Well,
like
if it
puberty
helps, I
age.
was watching the HBO series Oz at about 10 or 11.
Yeah, and that's why you. I
That's
don't
why I'm
know.
doing Mr. At Home. I love
That's why we're
studs.
doing this show.
And I love Bad Boys. Now, for people who don't know, what is the movie Secretary all about?
So I never thought I would be explaining this on a Twitch. But yeah, it's with Maggie Gyllenhaal. She's like I think she's just getting out of like a rehabilitation program. And she gets a job as a secretary for James Spader. He's a lawyer. And he's I guess he's a sadist kind of like it's like a whole BDSM like
Okay,
he's
so
her
a bit of
boss
an
and then-
S&M practitioner.
yeah, exactly.
Understood.
But like at
Understood.
work. And then
Yeah.
she becomes his secretary and they engage in this behavior at his like office.
Is it torrid?
Oh, it's like, yeah. It's at one point she's wearing like I don't know, she's wearing like a saddle at one point on top
A
of
saddle, like a horsey?
yeah, on top of his desk. And then
Is she assuming an all fours position?
she is, but she's
He
fully
doesn't get
clothed.
on the saddle, does he?
No, you don't see him on the saddle, but it's like implied through like artistic visualization.
Yeah. How artistic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's where I think that comes
Okay,
from.
so as a youngster, I
Mhm.
want to be very careful as we
Yeah,
talk about
me
this.
too.
As a youngster, you see this and something stirs inside of you.
Well, not right away, like not then in that
Okay.
moment probably, but
Well,
I
how
think
did you,
it's like,
as a youngster, how did you feel? Are you
Yeah.
like, oh my God, this is
I remember I was
naughty.
watching it with my friend at her house, and we were both just like, I think we both just like kept looking at each other like, I don't like if her parents came in and be like,
Right. It
"Oh,
almost felt like you were watching something inappropriate.
yeah, exactly. It was
Okay.
just like, oh, this is like, not for us.
Yeah.
Basically.
Understood.
Mhm.
So as you get older, the
Mhm.
feelings of a I suppose, a very again, I just want to pick my words very carefully. A very assertive James Spader
Yeah,
gives you a case of the butterflies.
a little bit. Yeah, not now,
Okay.
like not current day James Spader, because I think he wears like a fedora or something.
Right. Sounds like he'd be perfect to take a class at Socrates' pickup.
He actually, yeah, with
Yeah.
a hat like that, he
Yeah.
would for sure. Yeah.
So, but current day Alex has a
Mhm.
fondness for secretary era James Spader.
Yeah, but also Pretty in Pink, like
Sure.
early James
It's a,
Spader, like
it's a
80s.
much, probably more
Yeah.
of an innocent James Spader as
Well,
well.
no, because
He's not
he's a
riding
bad
anyone
boy.
like they're a horsey.
Well, no, but he's like really terrible to the women
Oh,
in that movie. You know what? Yeah, this is
see,
like
this sounds now this is
this
interesting.
sounds
Where
bad.
that sounds worse than look. People are free to explore
Mm,
whatever sexual
yeah,
laboratory that they
yeah,
want, right?
yeah,
What's maybe more alarming is like he's really horrible and Pretty in Pink, and I
yeah,
love him.
yeah. It's like ooh. Well, it's
Yeah.
because like the other guys in that movie, like there's not much to root for there.
And
You know,
who's in Pretty in Pink? Is it John Cryer?
it's John Cryer was Ducky, and then it's Andrew McCarthy is
Got it.
Blaine.
So you were so Alex. It sounds like you've been more attracted to the bad boys.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Yeah.
So does it stand to say that if there is a bad boy in the competition,
I mean, yeah,
it might sway your decision making?
yeah, but sort of a non-obvious bad boy. Like I'm not looking for like, you know, like a Rocky Horror like Meatloaf, like really
I
obvious
like that
like
when you thought bad boy, you went right to Meatloaf, operatic
yeah,
rock singer
his whole thing in that movie is
Meatloaf.
how like bad he is, you know?
Now, coming in from the chat from our good
Mm,
friend Jay Voorhees 88, this is a great pick, and I want to know where you stand if this person is a
mm,
bad boy or not.
okay.
Uncle Jesse Katsopoulos from Full
Oh,
House.
obviously a beautiful bad boy, like
The
that hair.
still a
Oh,
great looking guy.
oh my God, yeah, has aged like so well.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know who else has aged really
That's a
well?
guy who knows what he's doing downstairs. I'm gonna make that claim right now.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. That's a very like confident man.
Yeah.
But when we said aged, I was just thinking the other day about how Mario Lopez has also aged really well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
very
he looks
very
good.
gracefully. So you're
Mm-hmm.
saying maybe more of a Katsopoulos or a Lopez might be able to
Yeah.
win your votes in this competition.
I mean, look, if what's Uncle Jesse's what's the actor's name
John
again?
Stamos.
Yeah, of course. If John Stamos shows up,
But hold
like,
on. Who's hotter, John
oh no.
Stamos or Jesse Katsopoulos?
Oh, I thought you were gonna ask George Kiras. I thought it was gonna be
Now if we now we're
look.
trying to now could we reimagine the Mr. at Home pageant is exclusively only open to Greek participants?
Yeah. Oh, that's perfect, actually.
Yeah, I feel
I'm
like
in.
I want to get. Can I get a production note here? When does Greek Easter take place?
Oh yeah.
We're gonna get the information. Look, I'm very close to confirming that we are going to do an at-home Greek edition.
Yes.
So April 16th, less than a
Wow.
month after.
Yep. I'll be there. I'll be watching Greek appreciation.
So I'm curious to know, Alex. You've got it. You got three people here. You've got Uncle Jesse, John
Yeah.
Stamos, or George Kiras. You can only pick one.
Wait, you said Uncle Jesse George, who's George Stamos?
No, John Stamos. Did I say George Stamos?
Yeah, but you said Uncle Jesse and John, those are the same
Yeah,
person.
I'm thinking about them as two different people. If Uncle Jesse was a person,
Yeah.
so we're looking at,
Okay.
yeah, Jesse Katsopoulos, John Stamos, or George Kiras.
And
Being
is it
able
like,
to
okay,
see,
am I choosing
touch,
them for
feel.
the pageant, or am I choosing them as like, oh, I want to like be with them? Or is
This
it
is for
both?
you to decide. This is an open-ended
Okay.
question in that there is no question.
Because the thing is like Uncle Jesse lives in an attic, like with his,
And he's married with two kids.
but he lives in an attic.
Unless you want to go pre-Rebecca Donaldson.
Right, yeah.
Not
like
to be
early,
confused with
early.
Lori Loughlin, who bribed a school to pass her daughter.
Oh my God, wait, is that two different actresses?
No, they're the same person, but Rebecca Donaldson was the character.
Oh my God, okay. So yeah, yeah, I don't know about that factor. Like it's a little not for me, maybe. So yeah, I think I don't know. It has to be between John Stamos and George Kiras.
What if Uncle Jesse walks up to you in his leather jacket, rides up on his Harley, and he's like, if every word I said Could make you laugh. I talk
Okay,
forever.
look, I'd have to.
And then
Like,
John Stamos, he comes up to you. He's very debonair. He's just
yeah,
mingling
he
with
is.
you at an outing. But then George Kirez walks up to you and he talks about how he can see, touch, feel.
I honestly think it would have to be George Kiris.
This is why we need him in the competition.
You
just
know, being
like,
able to see, touch, feel.
like,
What do you
it feels like he
say to
has
that, Alex?
everything figured out. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
Now think about this. He's got the power of James
Yeah.
Spader and Secretary, but he's got the Greekness of Uncle
Yeah.
Jesse Katsopoulos. He's the best of both
Yes.
worlds.
What about John Stamos? The Devon, the suave, and like,
Also Greek.
oh yeah, yeah.
And
for
he's
two
aged
people.
well. He's aged well like John Stamos.
I believe.
I don't
actually
know if
have
we can
not
put
kind of
George in the
done it or seen
competition.
it.
I feel like you might be biased.
That's the thing. Like, he would have to have some kind of like, you know,
A
the
handicap.
other contestants would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, a handicap. Yeah, that's it.
He's got to come on wearing
So,
bad
I'm thinking-
clothes. He's got to be wearing like a some type of like Fort Lauderdale tourist shirt, 1989.
No, if it's 1989, that's like cool and hip.
Coming in from
Like,
our
that's-
production chat, a classic Greek dirty apron, which sounds like on some level could be offensive.
Yeah, and what if he's only wearing the apron?
Then you're going to see that package. You're going to get a glimpse of that Spenny Copita.
Oh God.
Alex, we got to move on. We're 15 minutes left on this show.
I gotta go
It's
to
flown
bed.
by, but we're going to see you on the 25th at 8
Yep.
o'clock. You are a judge as part of the panel of the Mr. At Home pageant. I can't wait, and I'm so glad you're going to be a part of it, Alex. I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Yes. Yeah.
Talk to you soon, okay?
Okay, bye.
That's Downtown Alex Brown. If I have it my way.
Baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go.
If I have it my way, Alex will be there in a full leather outfit. But I'm not thinking like Alana Miles, Black Velvet music video. I'm thinking like late 90s MTV Video Music Awards, something that maybe like every member of Destiny's Child or Britney Spears would have worn. Before we continue the celebrations, I received an email earlier today from a guest that has not been here in a while, demanding to be here. I don't know if this is an editorial on some level, but I love this person. Again, a pillar of the show. So let's welcome the one and the only, for the first time in a long time, it's Marc Rowland. Marc, welcome back to the show.
James, hey, how's it going?
Hey.
finally
I understand
responded to my
I
email.
understand that you personally requested that song.
Yeah. It was part of my list of demands.
Yeah, I want to get into that now. As Aaron Lewis, frontman of Stained, once said, it's been a while since you've been on the show. Last time you were here,
Yeah.
it was during our Radio Shack retrospective, which was a very important time in At Home. You were part of
Yeah.
a panel. That was summer 2022.
I know. And you haven't had me back.
It wasn't through a lack of effort. It's just that I don't know if our schedules work because the show's late and you wake
Well,
up early.
So James, I've been emailing you. So I'm surprised you answered this email. You know, I've been
Sure.
saying like I want to get on.
Yeah, well, in fairness, Devin, our production assistant, handles a lot of the emails, so I only
Okay.
get what he sends. But it's not to pass the buck. I understand
Well-
your frustration.
Well, it's just like I heard about the show that you got going on, the one
The
that's gonna
live show.
happen. Yeah, the live show, the
Yeah.
At Home James Wheel of Men.
What?
The At Home James Wheel of Men.
I think you mean the Mr. At Home pageant. There's no Wheel of Men.
Well, we'll see about that. And you know, I feel like, you know, I've been there and helped create some of the At Home with James like greatest moments.
Okay, I don't
Right?
disagree. Let's talk about it. What are some of these moments for the
Well,
people that
if you
might not
recall
know?
some of the poetry in
Yeah.
in the past, right?
Yeah, you read some poetry, some
Yeah.
Pendicting and Daminers. What are they called?
Iambic pentameter, James.
Exactly. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Some haikus.
Yeah.
An acrostic.
an acrostic poem as
I
well.
still remember the one you gave to Dave on his birthday. David, drugs are very inviting, dude. You're right. That was a great moment.
Exactly. That's a great acrostic poem
Yeah,
for a
that's
big
great.
druggie like Dave.
Well, let's relax here. This guy's a father.
Oh yeah, well that doesn't stop.
Okay, so
him.
yeah, when you wrote and read out your various types of poetry, yeah,
Yeah.
that was a great moment. Let's keep
Right?
talking.
Yeah. And remember like all the like different tips that I gave people about like saving money, James?
Yeah, of course. Talk about how you celebrate Halloween in December
Yeah.
because you find the decorations in the garbage
Mhm.
and then you stagger every holiday.
Yes. They all have to be staggered, like Easter, remember?
Yeah, Easter, I believe you celebrate during JFL.
Yes.
Okay, so look, we're in March now. What are you celebrating currently? St.
Right.
Patrick's Day is coming up, so what are you celebrating in March?
Oh, so St. Patrick's Day, March, that's Valentine's Day, James.
Okay, so you celebrate Valentine's Day 1 month behind.
Yeah, a month because the chocolates are still pretty good.
All right. Okay, yeah.
They're a little
True.
they're a
Little
little bit
chalky.
white, at this
Yeah.
point. Like they kind of, but
All right. So
They
again,
taste good.
yes, the poetry, the readings, and
Yeah.
money saving tips. Okay.
and
Fair.
if you remember that feud with con man Connor Rose,
Yeah, I have not seen Connor in over a year. I think you scared him off.
well, we actually had like a big poetry off at so we had one and I sent you a press release.
Well, I guess I missed it.
You must have. Yeah. It was at KGB.
You had a poetry reading. Isn't the KGB closed?
Yeah, it's closed. It was
All
in
right,
the
how about some other
basement.
great moments?
It was in the basement of KGB. It's closed now, though.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Any other
yeah.
moments?
Oh, what? Like on the show?
Yeah, on the show, not at the KGB. We're not here to recap
I
great
mean, I was
moments
there
of the
for that
KGB.
Radio Shack debacle.
It wasn't a debacle. That was a 10-part series.
Yeah. It was very controversial.
Controversial.
That was a controversial,
In
series.
what way?
I think people just thought that you were like kind of making fun of the past. It was a denigration.
People were worried that I was denigrating Radio Shack.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to those who may have been offended that I was denigrating the past.
Well, I mean, you should check the chat because I bet you there's still a lot of people who are pissed off.
Yeah, well, coming in from the chat right now, High Score Run writes, Mark was shadow banned. And that's not true.
Yeah. Are you sure? Because that's what it seems like.
Look, it just sounds like our schedules didn't align, so I'll take full responsibility. So you're
James,
here to clear the air.
Yeah, exactly. And I just want you to know that I'm in training over this last year, like basically since the summer, on how to intimidate and dominate men.
Okay, so this is long before we announced this pageant.
Yeah.
Why have you been training and finding ways and methods to intimidate men?
Well, I mean, because like last year I was having a lot of problems with like the line to the bus stop.
Sure.
Basically, like guys cutting in front of me.
You're being treated like a beta.
Oh man, it was awful. Like they just get in front of me in the line to the bus and just like.
Okay. Any other examples?
Oh yeah, on the bus, like they put their bag on the seat, and I'm like, oh, I really want to sit down, and I'd ask them to move the bag, and they wouldn't move the bag.
Anything else?
Whenever I'd ring the bell to get off the bus,
You get a lot of
the bus
problems
driver
specifically on the bus.
Yeah, but I attribute it to all men.
All right, so you're looking to take down all men.
Yeah, basically this has been my goal. And okay, so and I've made a list, James. Like I've written it here of like some of the men I know I'm capable of dominating. And
okay, so you prepared. So you have demanded to be on the show to talk about men that you can dominate.
Oh yeah.
All right. Okay.
So are you ready? So
yes.
First I was thinking like, okay, well, most people know actors, right?
Yeah.
So so I got like Mandy Patinkin, Carrie Elways, I got Wallace Shawn, Andre the Giant. There's just a few actors. that,
Andre the Giant is deceased.
I know, but it's been a psychic process essentially.
All right.
Jamie.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you've had a very sparse list of actors.
Yeah, they're all. I mean, they do other things. Andre
Sure.
the Giant was
He was a wrestler.
an athletic performer, and Wallace Shawn, I believe, was a director, maybe a writer as well. He's done a lot of other things. Mandy
You got a lot of
Patinkin.
obscure names in here.
They're not obscure.
I'd never heard of them, except
None
for
of them?
Andre the Giant.
Well, check in with the chat. What do they have to say about that?
Well, so far no one has said anything.
Okay,
who are other men that you can dominate? And
Okay, well,
belittle?
here's a few sports figures, James.
Okay.
I know you like sports. You're a big fan of sports. Elvis Stoico, Kurt Browning,
Okay.
Brian Orser,
It sounds like you only selected figure skaters.
Canadian figure skaters.
Of
James.
course, yeah.
Yeah, okay, and those actors were all from The Princess Bride. I guess you'd never seen it.
Understood, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, coming into the chat right now, the real Andrew McKay writes, what's your deal with the cast of The Princess Bride?
Yeah. Well, I can dominate them.
Okay. As well as
yeah.
Figure skaters of the Canadian persuasion.
Exactly. Any Canadian figure skater, I'm gonna psychically disrupt them.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay? Look, James. I even thought about characters, people who are made up.
So you are looking to dominate fictitious characters.
I can. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
They possess all the traits of the type of man that I can just I could destroy in a.
Okay, so let's hear some of these fictional characters.
Okay, so Ron Weasley, of Harry Potter.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that one.
Yeah, Archie Andrews, Dexter of Dexter's Laboratory.
Wait, aren't these all children?
Well, they're all they're teens or children. Yeah. They're also all redheads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like you've selected a very finite category of people that you can dominate. So when I said figure skaters, but they're also Canadian.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
kids,
Canadian.
but they're also
figure skaters
redheaded
from maybe the 80s and 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, is there anyone else that you've been listing out that you could dominate?
Okay, well, artists, James.
Okay.
In the art world, Michelangelo, Donatello, Raphael, Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah, also Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah, the ones that were the Ninja Turtles were named after.
Yeah, of course. Oh, can you dominate the Ninja Turtles?
No. They're not
They're not men,
human,
right?
They're
they're
men, yeah.
Anthropomorphic, yeah.
They're anthropomorphic.
Also
so no,
teenagers.
It's not possible. They're teenagers, so they're close, but
yeah,
they're also not redheads. Yeah.
All right. Anyone else that you could dominate?
Yeah. Jean Charest.
All right, yeah.
Jean Chrétien.
Mm-hmm.
John Diefenbaker.
All right, so all Canadian politicians. I thought they were going to be all francophone politicians named Jean, but then you added in John Diefenbaker.
Yeah, well, John and Jean are the same name.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. You had Jean Charest and Jean Chrétien.
Yeah.
One of them is dead.
Oh, Diefenbaker.
No, excuse me. Yeah. John Diefenbaker is dead. Jean Chrétien is alive, and so is Jean Charest.
So, okay. Did you think Chrétien was dead?
Yeah, I was mixing him up with the other Quebec premier. Not Lucien Bouchard, the other guy.
Lucien Bouchard. Yeah.
No, he's alive.
He
was a victim of a
the other
flesh-eating
one.
disease.
Huh? Yeah, he got it, but he survived. That's how.
It wasn't Lucien Bouchard.
I could never intimidate him. James.
All right.
Yeah.
Anyone else that you could dominate?
No, that's it.
That's your list. Okay, can you
list.
read the list top to bottom of people that you could dominate? Top to bottom.
Top to bottom, in the order that I wrote them?
Or scattered.
Okay, yeah, completely wait, no order in particular?
Yeah.
Jean Charest, Leonardo da Vinci, Carrie Elwes, Archie Andrews, Jean Chrétien, Ron Weasley, Elvis Stoico, Mandy Patinkin, Rafael Sanzio da Urbino, Brian Orser, Dexter of Dexter's Laboratory, Wallace Shawn, John Diefenbaker, Donatello Di Nicolo de Beto Bardi. I don't know if these are good readings of these. Did I say Andre the Giant? Leonardo di Serpiero da Vinci?
Yeah.
Michelangelo di Lodovico, Bueno da Nuota, Narotti Simoni, Ron Weasley, did I say?
Look, I want to know, and we're coming from the chat. Dave is in the chat. Wants to know, what about Kurt Browning? He is on the list.
Kurt Browning is on the list.
Yeah.
Bro.
Okay, so what is the meaning of this? Why are you looking to dominate all these men? What's the purpose of this?
Why? Because of my experiences on the bus, James.
I understand, but why are you coming? Why are you coming to us with this?
Why?
Yeah.
Okay, so James, look, I've had such I think played an important part, all right, in the history of the show, and yet I've been shadow banned for the last 9 months, okay? I've been through hell, James, on the bus, and now I want to come out here and just be recognized by the At Home with James Wheel of Men crowd.
Okay, so if now I'm understanding correctly, it sounds like you are declaring for the Mr. At Home pageant that you've been referring to as the Wheel of Men.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah?
Okay, so you are
I'm going to bring the wheel home. I'm winning that wheel.
There's no wheel. You just, you win the competition. You're saying that you are now running to the front of the line. If this was a bus, you were declaring to be part of the Mr. At Home pageant on March 25th at 8 o'clock, live from Montreal Improv.
Yeah, I'm jumping to the front of the line. I'm going to be first on stage. I'm going to be last to leave. Okay, I'm going to be walking away with that wheel. No, I'm going to be rolling away with that wheel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you think you're going to be able to dominate all the other competitors who have yet to be announced?
Yeah, whether it be George Kiris, John Stamos, doesn't matter.
Uncle Jesse.
Well,
I'm going to tell you something right now.
Men, for sure.
This is a happening in the chat right now. We've got our second confirmation of who's participating in the Mr. At Home pageant.
Second confirmation.
Yeah, this is breaking news.
Okay.
Not a novice. This is a veteran of competitions on this show.
Okay.
He's participated in the At Home pumpkin carving competition, and most recently is part of the At Home Christmas cookie competition. The second name confirmed for the Mr. At Home pageant is Joe Conto. The kids love it. Now, Mark, do you have a message that you want to send to the other competitors, but specifically Joe? And I want you to look in the camera.
Yeah.
You've been known for trash talk on this show.
My camera is at the bottom of the screen, so that's why I
just do it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That I want to say to all the competitors,
but specifically Joe.
Yeah, Joe. Look, we go back a long time. All right. I've known you for a long time, and I'm sorry for what's about to happen to you at the At Home James Wheel of Men show.
At Home with James.
All right, this At Home James Wheel of Men show is going to be the end of you and every other man that steps on that stage. The At Home James Wheel of Men show is where I'm going to show all my new domination skills, okay? And I'm going to be walking home with that At Home James wheel, just rolling away. So,
wow.
I'll see you there.
That was very intense. Well, Mark, you're in. You're right.
Awesome.
I think you've got...
I knew I was in. I demand it.
You have a cross to bear. You've got a leg to stand on.
Yep.
And now this show is taking shape.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot, James.
All right. Thanks, Mark. That's Marc Rowland. So much has happened. So much has happened on this show. We have revealed that Alex Brown is the first judge for the 2023 Mr. At Home pageant. Marc Rowland has declared for the pageant intends to dominate all men, including the second person to declare, Joe Conto. And we may or may not welcome an appearance from George Kires on the 25th. This is unbelievable.
Able to see, touch, feel.
And you will be able to see, touch, and feel each and every one of us on March 25th. I'm just going to keep repeating that date over and over and over again. 8 p.m., Montreal Improv, the Mr. At Home pageant. Apparently, the winner gets a wheel. In addition to that, we announce it tonight. Socrates, the pickup artist, an expert in his field, will be talking about something new and exciting going on at his pickup artist school. And there is so much more to be announced. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We've got the show at 9:30. What's happening on that one? We haven't even announced what the 9:30 is yet. We've got 2 more live episodes here on the show, barring some perhaps surprise episodes. We'll be celebrating 3 years, not just in person, but on the air as well. Next week, March 13th and March 20th. Guests from the past, the present, maybe some new guests. We will be celebrating all month long. Please keep your eyes peeled on our social media platforms, which is limited to Instagram at Home with James Show, for each and every update. Until then, that is our show tonight. For Alex Brown, Dimitri Kires, and man dominator Marc Rowland, I am James. You are you. We were here. Good night, goodbye, farewell, and be well.